Dead Poets Society. America, an institution dead.
No! To woo women. Mr. Keating.
Some people like to rock, some people like to roll, but moving and a groove is gonna satisfy my soul. Let's have a party.
Touchstone Pictures presents Robin Williams as John Keating, teacher.
Well, is this a dagger I see before me?
Philosopher.
I like Byron. I give him a 42, but I can't dance to him.
Orator.
Oh, Titus, bring your friend hither.
And founder of the Dead Poets Society.
A bunch of guys sitting around reading poetry.
No! Ding! Thank you for playing anyway.
What was the Dead Poets Society?
The dead poets were dedicated to sucking the marrow out of life. Spirits soared, women swooned, and gods were created. Not a bad way to spend an evening, eh?
I hereby reconvene the Dead Poets Society.
To strive, to seek, to find.
Gotta do more, gotta be more! Dare to walk a new path. Dare to strike out and find new ground.
I'm hearing rumors, John, about some unorthodox teaching methods in your classroom.
Break out. I'm gonna do it!
In the movie Dead Poets Society, we see families sending their boys to an all-boys school to achieve greatness. The school is very traditional and high class, but one teacher, Mr. Keene, acts as a motivator to change the way they see the world. One family pushes their child too far to the brink of suicide. As we see the children getting a breath of fresh air by Mr. Keene's teaching methods, we see humans break out of their shell when they are allowed to free their minds and express themselves.
This part of the movie shows the diary of one student. It tells us the struggles of those students outside their own communities. Those students hide their friendly side and use violence and imitate to arm themselves. By Aaron's encouragement, the students open up their minds, stop hiding their real feelings, and start feeling at home again. Instead, they chose to deal with injustice. It gives hope to those people who are facing a tough situation and hiding themselves in this world.
It all started with a phone call. My mother was crying and begging, asking for more time, as if she were gasping for her last breath of air. She held me as tight as she could and cried. Her tears hit my shirt like bullets and told me we were being evicted. She kept apologizing to me. I thought I have no home. I should have asked for something less expensive at Christmas. On the morning of the eviction, a hard knock on the door woke me up. The sheriff was there to do his job. I looked up at the sky, waiting for something to happen. My mother has no family to lean on, no money coming in. Why bother coming to school or getting good grades if I'm homeless? The bus stops in front of the school. I feel like throwing up. I'm wearing clothes from last year, some old shoes and no new haircut. I kept thinking I'd get laughed at. Instead, I'm greeted by a couple of friends who were in my English class last year. And it hits me, Mrs. Gerwell, my crazy English teacher from last year, is the only person that made me think of hope. Talking with friends about last year's English and our trips, I began to feel better. I received my schedule and the first teacher is Mrs. Gerwell in room 203. I walk into the room and feel as though all the problems in life are not so important anymore. I am home.
Come out of hiding, you're safe.
I can find some reasons and impressions from this song. You have got your reasons. Each people who have found the world all have their own reasons. Maybe they're afraid something or face it will make them feel uncomfortable. 'Cause I love you before you knew it was love. We can know that they don't know anything because they are always hide from the world and their life. They must try to face the problems of something else happen in their life. If they keep hide, they won't know the future forever.
You knew it was love, and I saw it all. Still I chose the cross, and you were the one that I was thinking of when I rose from the grave. Now rid of the shackles, my victory is yours. I tore the veil for you to come close. There's no reason to stand out.
Why do some people hide from the world when facing a tough situation? What's your opinion?
That's a tough question. Speaking of tough things, I think in life sometimes when things become overwhelming or difficult for us, often people have the tendency to look inwards and really carry that sort of weight and that worry by themselves. It's not an easy thing sometimes to share our struggles with others. It's tough to connect with another person when we're facing something really difficult in life, to open up and be honest in that way with ourselves sometimes and also with other people. I think it's the worst thing we can do is when we sort of close in on ourselves and don't allow our struggles to overwhelm us in that way. The only thing that really is going to help us through that situation is by connecting with another person and sharing our difficulties.
Okay, thank you.
This poetry lacks the reasons about our question, very relates the mind of active of a person who is hiding something. Some are confused, so they hiding, and some are afraid, so they hiding. Hiding is a behavior for people.
The world has treated some people well. They are successful, liked, and rarely been burned. Not surprisingly, those people seek more contact with people. However, the world hasn't been as kind to other people. They've been hurt, unsuccessful, and badly burned. They want to hide away from the world and completely isolate themselves, and just forget all embarrassing moments in their life.
The quote, "No pressure, no diamond," really spoke to me because in life everyone will go through tough times. You have two choices: take the easy way out, for example, procrastinating it for a test and study last minute, or the more active way, taking time out of each day you had to study. Absolutely. The person who has a better work ethic received the better grade, which in this case, the diamond. Where the better grade, inclusion, most people know what they need to do, but don't excuse.
This Twitter reveals people afraid of government voting, and they had. People don't have their rights to protest. Whatever you think about Twitter, it is extremely relevant to this story. Twitter and other social networking sites played a pivotal role in bringing people together for the protest in China.